All right, so in this video, I'll be showing you how to make a dog tag, like a dog bone with maybe your dog's name on it. If everybody makes theirs the same size, then I'm okay with printing it so that they actually come into two different colors. Because if they're two different colors, then obviously the name will stand out more. Now, the cool thing about this dog bone name tag is they actually can be put onto your dog's or friend's dog's collar. So the dog can be walking around the neighborhood, and then if you're walking the dog, it'll have that name tag on it. So if somebody sees the dog, they say, "Oh, it's your dog's Bandit. That's so cute." And you say, "Yeah, I made that." So you can. This is something you can actually create that you can use in the real world. So I'll show you how to go about making this from scratch. Pretty much, the first thing to do is you want a cylinder. I'm gonna make the height for the whole thing. This I'll say 8. So you don't even really have to change the size of the cylinders. Um, you just say it's going to be 20 by 20 by 8 with a height of 8. So I'm going to copy and paste this, take these two and copy and paste them. So what you're doing is you're pretty much making like the sides of the bones. Just for the color, usually dog bones are white, and then take a rectangle. Remember we had a height of 8. Now you can kind of just see what dimensions you think look best. I think 15 is a good length, and then a width of, say, 35. Yeah, I'll say 40. Why not? And that's going to be white as well. The color that you make this doesn't really matter, just for optics. So I'm going to take these parts of the bone, make sure that they're aligned this way. I'm going to push them in so that they're touching. Now, really, as long as you do that with one, that's fine, and then you group it. So they're just so they have to be touching. I might make it so that they're touching a little more. Remember, you could use the arrows for this. So if you want to move something just slightly, you can do the arrows. Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste that. Excellent. And then ultimately, you kind of just connect everything. So one thing you want to do is I'm going to take the bone part, or the longer rectangle part, and the cylinders. I'm going to press this align button just to make sure it's perfectly aligned, and I'm going to group that. And I'm going to take the other cylinders. It's all about aligning. If everything is aligned, then it'll be perfect. So now you've kind of made the bone part. Awesome. Next thing that you want to do is you want to make the actual ring for the handle. So I use this thing, well, not really the handle, but where the kind of actual metal ring would go around. So I'm going to take this. It's called Taurus. I'm going to flip it 90 degrees. I'm going to raise it so that it's 0 on the right number is 0. That means it's lying perfectly on the plate. And then I'm going to change this height to 8. Perfect. Once again, I'm going to align it just with this way. So that lets me know it's aligned. And I'm going to take the Taurus and I'm going to use the arrows so that it's going into the shape. Ultimately, now when you group that, now that will 3D print up like that, and it's printable because it's touching the ground, but it's 8, so it's going to line up perfectly, and you can get a ring in there. Okay, the last part's the easy part. You just put your dog's name. So let's say we have a dog, and the name is Rudy. Okay, obviously the name is too big right now, so you just kind of fiddle around with whatever size works best. I'll do maybe 12. It's still too long, so I'll do 30. Now that seems a little short, so you can really just mess around with the sizing at this point. Yeah, that actually doesn't seem bad, but I will make it a little longer. Say 40. Okay. Now, once again, you only really have to align it one direction, so that looks pretty good. And you want the name to be sticking out of the bone. You don't want it to be fully sticking out of the bone too much, but like kind of the right amount. So I'd say something like right here. And then if you make it all the same size with 8, and then you make the name sticking out, then I could print them all multicolor so that it really pops. So that's how you do that one.